Hello, welcome to Political Science 155. My name is Dr. Eric Rader, and I'm your instructor for this class this semester, so welcome. This is a 100% online course, so you'll be doing all of your work through the online site called Moodle. Moodle is also sometimes called HFC Online. Hopefully you have gotten access to it. Your login information and password are available through HFC, so please check with the registration office if you have any questions about how to access Moodle. As I said, this is a 100% online class. All of the weekly assignments and all of the other requirements for the class will be found on the Moodle site. There is a specific page for this class, so if you have other classes on Moodle, just make sure you look for Political Science 155. Now, the class begins on a set date, and make sure you check out what the start date for this current semester is, and make sure you begin the work on that day. On the homepage for the class, you will find several things. You will find, first of all, the class syllabus, which contains all of the due dates, class policies, and other requirements for the class. Make sure you read through that carefully. And there will be a quiz on that as well during the first 2 weeks of the semester. Second thing that you want to check out is the textbook. The textbook is linked to the class. It's an inclusive access book, which means you don't have to purchase it separately. When you registered for the class, you paid for the book, online access to the book, and you can get it through the website. And the readings each week are important. All of the assignments that are based on the readings in the textbook. Another thing you're going to find on the website, of course, is the video that you're watching right now. So that hopefully means that you've actually accessed the class. But if you're viewing this in another format, just make sure you check out the video online. And there will be some videos through the semester like this. There were other materials that you'll find on the homepage, a welcome letter as well, so you can read through that. On the page, if you scroll down the page, each week the new assignments will be more towards the bottom, so you might have to scroll down a little bit to find the current week. I will always highlight the current week, so the dates will be listed and then whatever assignments are due that week. I open each week one by one, so they are not all open at once. So we want to just stay on that current week each time we have an assignment. The textbook, again, is important. It's required. You need to make sure you're doing the readings. The readings are not too long. Each week is approximately one chapter in the book. This is a class that focuses on state and local government. You may have already taken Political Science 131, which is a class that focuses on American government, but this class focuses on government at the state and local level in the United States. So a little bit different material. A lot of things are similar but not identical to what you learned if you took the American government class. A few other things you should know. Academic honesty is critical to this class. I don't tolerate plagiarism. Plagiarism is taking someone else's words or ideas and passing them off as your own. That also includes unauthorized use of artificial intelligence. I know that it's very easy to access a lot of AI tools these days, but you need to make sure that you are using your own words to write these assignments. If I determine that a student has used AI in an unauthorized way to complete an assignment, that student will fail for plagiarism. So it's very important that you do your own work and not use AI to write your assignments. Okay, and again, I know that the tools are widely available and they can be used for good things, but in this class you are expected to do your own work and write your own assignments. The assignments are really focused on the core content of the class, including the textbook and the weekly readings and other things that we discuss in the class. So you should be able to do the work for the assignments based on what you learn in the class and not using other sources or other sites. A few other things you should know. There is a never attended deadline for this class. Make sure you pay attention to what that is in the syllabus. The never attended deadline is not simply that whether you've logged in or not. I can tell whether you've logged in by looking at the logs for the class, but have you completed at least one of the assignments during the period of the NA period at the beginning of the semester? If you fulfill the minimum requirement, which means one of the assignments during the first few weeks of the class, then you will not get marked as never attended. If you log in but you don't complete any assignments during the NA period, you will get an NA. And the reason for that is that success in the class depends upon students participating from the very beginning of the semester. So it's very important that you are engaged in meaningful work from the very beginning of the class. So it is a minimal requirement, and it is a college policy, and it needs to be followed. We have very strict guidelines for that at HFC. So make sure you read what the requirements are for this class and then just fulfill them, and you'll be allowed to remain in the class. There is a drop deadline for the class. If you decide later in the semester that you don't want to remain in it for whatever reason, you can drop the class. But after the drop date, which is in the 10th week of the semester, you will get a grade at the end of the semester. So it's important to make a decision by the drop date whether you want to remain in the class. At the very beginning of the semester, if you drop it early enough, you can still get a partial refund. But after that period, while you can't get a refund, sometimes a drop may be preferable to a low grade if that's where you are. But certainly I would hope that if you're not doing well in the class, if you're having any trouble, that you contact me. My contact information is in the syllabus, includes my phone number in the office as well as my email. Because this is an online class, obviously we won't meet after class or meet during class, but we can always set up a time to meet in my office hours. My office hours are by appointment, and I am available anytime a student needs to meet with me, assuming I don't have a conflict at that time. And we just set a time to meet either on Zoom. You can always come to campus and come to my office, or we can talk by phone. So I do encourage students to come by or to at least call or email if you want to meet. This is a fast-paced class. We have a 15-week semester plus the final exam period at the end. The final exam is really just the third exam in the class. There are several exams through the semester. They are timed exams, so you need to answer all of the questions within that time. It's a mixture of multiple choice and true and false questions, and then you can take it once it ends. You submit it, and then if you want to take it for a second time for a higher grade, you can do so. Just understand that if you take it the second time, that you'll get a different assortment of questions and won't be identical to the first exam. So a couple of other things. You do have discussion board assignments throughout the semester. Those are assignments where I will post a question that's related to that week's topic. You will respond to the question in so many sentences. You'll follow the guidelines for the assignment. And then after you've posted your response, you'll be able to see, after a few minutes, you'll be able to see other students' responses, and then you have the opportunity to respond to one other student on the discussion board. You can respond to other students, but you need to respond to at least one other student in order to get full credit for the assignment. So essentially 2 full posts on the discussion board each time there is one. Another assignment you're going to have several times in the semester is a critical thinking essay. That is a 400-word essay that you'll be writing about a question that I will give you for that week. And again, these assignments are focused on the material in the class, so you're meant to use the book and or your own knowledge to answer them and not outside sources. So those are the assignments. Again, there will also be a syllabus quiz, which you'll find the due date for that in the syllabus. Syllabus quiz will be questions about the syllabus itself. And again, it's one way to make sure you read through the syllabus. There's an incentive for you to do it. If you have any questions throughout the semester, please call me in my office or stop by my office. I'm always glad to answer students' questions. That's what I'm here for. I want to help you do well. I'm not setting out to fail students. I really want students to do well in this class and learn about state and local government, which is the level of government that's closest to us. A lot of times the American government seems kind of far away, but state and local government is right here. It's the local community in Dearborn or whatever city you live in. It's the state of Michigan. And it's very interesting. This is a class I most enjoy teaching. I've been teaching at Henry Ford College for a long time, and this is a class I really enjoy teaching. So if you have any questions after you've read through the syllabus and the other materials, please let me know. Make sure you meet the weekly deadlines. Every assignment is always due at 11:59 p.m., so just before midnight on the night that it's due. Typically, there's a Thursday deadline for the first discussion board post, and then a Sunday deadline for everything else. So make sure you read through the dates. Check your email on a regular basis. I will email the class at the beginning of each week to tell you what the assignment is for that week, which is also in the syllabus and is also online. But it's important that you are reading the emails that I send you every week to see if there's anything that you need to know. And I will send out multiple emails when it's time for an exam. But again, all that information is in the syllabus, so you can see what the due dates are by just looking at the syllabus. Again, if you have any questions, give me a call or stop by. And I hope you have a great semester. Glad to have you here. Thanks.